Primetime.
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 Primetime. That's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime. What time is it? Showtime. Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
Well, it feels different, but it feels right. The noon hour, XL Primetime, cranking it out on a Thursday because we've got the compressed schedule with Jaguars programming coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So missing helmets and heels, but happy for XL Primetime to be joining you in the noon hour. And if you guys listen to 1010XL all day long, you are treated to all the shows. So we appreciate you hanging out. We'll be here every Thursday in the noon hour. And then, of course, you have the Doug Peterson Show after the Frangie Show at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now, we're coming back from Jags practice. It's Thursday. It's game week. You got the Chiefs. And I've been used to doing my Corona call on the 2 o'clock hour of late, Maddie. But I think we can do it in the noon hour like we used to do just to kind of get them ready for the weekend. Huh?
Maybe you and JJ can do it together.
Yeah,
JJ's classic.
JJ's in because Gibby's out and RJ's doing the drill. They have been moving everybody all over the place. But in honor of us kicking off game week for your Jacksonville Jaguars, the Corona call right now. And JJ's as well, which is not bad. There you go.
Live version.
That was a live version.
Yeah,
That's
there you
pretty
go.
good, man.
All right. So
I missed you guys.
Yeah.
It's good to be back at noon.
Yeah, and we're missing Big
Where
Surge.
you belong.
He's on vacation. But, yeah, you're right. JJ's used to, what, a 4 to 8
I'm all over the
shift.
place now, man. I don't even know. I just look at the schedule when I wake up. I go where they tell me.
Exactly. Well, hopefully everyone's on the mend. E.T., Gibby, all of them. So we got plenty to get into with your Jags, with FSU finishing up their practices a couple of days, one inside the flex field at Daly's Place, the other one at UNF, and Billy Donovan talking to the Florida Gator football team, emotional, fiery, getting them going. So we will definitely make sure you hear that because we are creeping closer not only to the Chiefs, Jags Saturday night, but you are in a countdown, folks, for that AUG 31 kickoff between Florida and Miami, your AUG 24 kickoff, week 0 with FSU and Georgia Tech. So there's definitely a lot to tear into. All right, so let's just at least set it up, Matt, because we were at practice today, and I was telling Jaguars today that it's – I'm not even going to call it a glorified walkthrough because it was still practice, all right? They still were getting some work in, guys making plays, but they were basically showing – either offense or defense, what they might expect Saturday night when Pat Mahomes and company comes calling.
A little less intense.
Yeah.
And I think camp's been very intense, actually, this year, as opposed to last year. Very intense. And I think it was more of like a, it was just basically shoulder pads and helmets, and it was like a walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of not really no thumping either at all. But
No.
but just I thought it was a good practice, clean practice. Quarterbacks look good. Trammell continues to catch everything thrown at him.
Training camp Trammell.
That dude, he's either going to make the team and a shock, or he's going to play for somebody. He will play for somebody.
Number 86.
Because he can run, and he catches everything thrown at him.
He may end up on the practice squad. We'll see. I don't know exactly how they'll piece that bad boy together, but he is a cat that has flashed. And if you're looking for a comp, if you've been out at practice, you know who training camp Trammell is. But if you haven't seen number 86, he is a Welker-ish looking Julian Edelman, Wayne Krebet looking cat.
Wow, I think I know where you're going with that.
Yeah. But, hey, size-wise, too, JJ. A little crafty white man that can catch the football.
So he's listed at 5'10", 185, went through ice. He's tough, man. He's
so the guys that
he's
are
a tough player, man.
Yeah.
I like him.
All right, so we're gonna go through our, as we've been kind of just building up to this, the butt end of the position groups, the back of the position groups, and where this roster is going to have to feel the pinch of a cut. They're going to have to go from 90 down to 53. And so we might make the first exercise today, Matt, in that wide receiver room. Because if we throw training camp Trammell out there, we throw Seth Williams out there, let's throw Brevin Easton out there as well. That's another player.
By the way, training camp Trammell was originally signed with the Falcons 2 years ago. He's been on the Falcons roster and the Rams roster, so it's not like he hasn't played in the league.
Well, it's funny because I don't know how much Ryan Nielsen knows about Trammell with his Falcon days. I don't pretend to know, but he also has brought in, on the defensive side, guys that he's familiar with. So Ryan Nielsen's had a little bit of an impact on this roster. And Trent Baalke has been walking the sidelines, patrolling, looking at some of those tough decisions that he's going to have to make. Doug Peterson and company are going to be able to offer up their opinions on who they think has had the best camp and who can best help the team. And that practice squad, I think, is going to be pretty active. There's going to be some talented guys.
Yeah.
We always go through this question, if we put them on the practice squad, they'll be unprotected and someone else can snap them up. I implore you people, do not worry about that, okay? Worry about your starters. Worry about your first 22. That's what you need to be worried about more than anything else.
Do not worry about any offensive linemen on that practice squad either, because believe me, I had a revelation, and JJ, you'll love this. So, going back and forth with the Florida State and the Jaguars practice yesterday. I mean, I got to be honest with you, man. The Florida State's starting offensive line is probably better than the Jaguars' backup.
Yeah, you're nuts. You are nuts.
I'm telling you right now, it's very close. I would take Walker Little out of that equation, okay?
Yeah, and you better
take him out of that equation, right? And it's very close.
You better include
very close.
You better include Kiefer Sutherland in this conversation.
I mean, I don't care. You throw take Walker Little out, and you can throw any 5 guys in there, and I'm going to say it's very, very close. I will tell you this. I would have taken Michigan's offensive line last year instead of this backup offensive line.
This is the classic college football writer.
No, it's not. No, it's not, man. I'm telling you right now, it's not. All
right, so let's
offensive
look at
line's different now. It's like the guys. When you see the elite teams in college football, they have grown men on the offensive line.
They do. That's
Michigan
true.
had like 2 60-year guys last year on their offensive line and 2 50-year guys.
And just to stay on FSU here for a second, the evolution of what Mike Norvell has done in Tallahassee roster-wise from year one to where he is now, you have to give him a lot of credit. And he's worked the transfer portal, obviously. But he's also now stepped into the recruiting wars and has won a few big signings, be it 5-star, 4-star, whatever.
It's also strength and training. They're a bigger team.
And so he's put his program together to that as far as getting the guys at the training table, in the weight room, and doing everything. When they first came over to UNF, and we're going back now 4 years, they look like a small team. Running backs, wide receiver, linemen, defensive line, all of it. They just did not look like a big football team. And then going back to what you just said as far as seeing them over the last couple of days, there's some grown men. And they said goodbye.
They have like 3 guys are going to be drafted off the offensive line this coming draft.
Yeah.
The other guys are underclassmen. I mean, they're like I'm not kidding when I say this. Their offensive line's, number 1, really good. And number 2, they've got guys that right now are better than the guys the Jags have on backups on the offensive line.
And this is the Seminole love just
it's not Seminole love. It's
oozing out of
no,
Matt
it's
Hayes
not.
right now.
Really what it is more than anything is it's this franchise has a lot of questions behind that starting offensive line. Well, that's what it is more than anything.
The designated survivor, Kiefer Sutherland, or Keaton Sutherland, either one of the backups at left guard, he is deep on that depth chart right now because Blake Hance is right now the one guy stepping in for Ezra Cleveland, who we know Blake Hance has at the very least 1 roster spots. It's been okay. He's a multifaceted lineman, meaning he can go inside at guard. He can be kicked out to right tackle. He's cross-trained in a number of positions. And then you have, if you have a healthy Cooper Hodges, an experienced Tyler Shatley, and Shatley is going into his final year. He's going to be given an opportunity, if Ezra is not 100%, going through the preseason, just to get as many snaps as he possibly can at that position. And, heck, I look at Williams, the backup center. You mentioned Walker Little as a backup. That counts. You can't just wipe him.
I'd say if you throw him out. It's funny because the guys in the text line are getting all upset. I don't like. Are you guys out of your mind? Like you do realize that Javon Foster last year, he's not all of a sudden like this grown man now because he's 4 months or 9 months removed from college football. Like it's like these are guys that or Luke Forder, who you guys are ripping the entire offseason. Mm-hmm. Now he's essentially a grown man now.
Yeah.
You guys got to look at this instead of like being so focused on, it's the NFL. Look at their size and the way they play. I'm telling you right now, there are lines in college football right now where you'd like, yeah. As far as like the backup offensive line, I'm not talking about the starters, okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I get that part of it. So you guys can chime in 641-1010. Let us know what you think about that, how harebrained the idea is.
I mean, we love Hodges, right? We love Cooper Hodges. Yeah. I mean, is he starting for Florida State right now?
Right, he is. He could start for Florida State. Yes.
It'd be a battle.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. It'd be a battle.
He came up from App State, very capable, accomplished college player. But, yeah, he is now in just his second year, and we don't know what he represents.
He's not starting on that Michigan offensive line last year, I can tell you that.
I don't know. I know they were pretty good. And back to the one point, as far as the average LBs on college offensive lines these days, they're rolling at 310 plus.
Yeah.
310 plus, and probably averaging around 315 when you get them all in there. So this much we know.
Put it this way, I said that to Tommy today, Tommy McManus, our man in the middle.
Yeah.
He didn't blink an eye.
Yeah.
And that's a guy who's played in the league.
Of course, he
didn't
knows.
blink an eye.
Yeah, he knows. Like I said, 60 Williams is a backup center. He looks pretty good. He's had a decent couple of years with this football team. We mentioned the other guys that are in there. They're the Cole Van Lennons of the world. All those guys, you're right. They're backups for a reason, but they need to make sure the first five, and then you add a Walker Little, and you add one or two other guys. Because I got this team carrying 8 offensive linemen into the regular season.
That's it?
8. They might carry 9, but I've got them 8 right now. And so that does mean Walker Little, Blake Hance, and one other guy, either Cooper Hodges or a Tyler Shatley.
Have you seen enough of Cooper Hodges to say yeah?
No, I have not.
Right. So
this is his second camp.
I mean, if you're keeping 8, I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're keeping 9, then it's him and Shatley you would think, right?
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I love Darrell Williams.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
like him a lot.
He's not the biggest guy, but he's got a great center, a base like of strength.
Yeah. And so I wrestle with this.
I think all he can play is guard, though. By the way, Fortner's also been playing a little guard, so it's they're going to try him there too, would be my guess.
And Hacker had an interview with Luke Fortner going back. I want to say this might have been whatever over the last handful of practices. You guys can go to any of our social channels and find there, or go to 1010XL on demand, and you can hear that interview in full. But Fortner basically is just like any other player who had a starter's role and now has been pushed in to the bench. He's looking around going, you know what? I better do everything I possibly can to keep that, $850,000 salary that I'm making. Hell yeah, I'll cross-train at guard. And Fortner at Kentucky played center and guard because he had, half dozen years of college? He played center and guard. Mm-hmm. So I don't blame him at all, because he's going to learn as much as he possibly can to be valuable to this football team. That's how he's looking at it. That's how you got to look at it.
I think he's had a pretty good camp. Like I said thought, because I think camp basically is over, because next week is the Bucks, and then once that's over, it's like you are literally now staring at the season. Mm-hmm. So I think he's had a really good first 3 weeks. I don't, clearly we don't know what the coaching staff thinks. I'm sure they're going to say nothing but positive things. We don't know what they really think, but I think he's looked fine out there. No, mm-hmm. He certainly hasn't looked like a liability out there, I guess is the best way to say it.
All right, so you guys jump in 641-1010. We got plenty of preseason ball beginning tonight to keep our eye on. You've got quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round that may or may not play between tonight and Saturday night. So we're going to dip our toe in the NFL preseason and kind of take a look at everything that you guys should be looking at. And then obviously the Jags and the Chiefs. Trevor said something at the presser after the practice, which was interesting. And it's not like it's a throwdown or anything like that, but he did say he's fired up for Saturday night because you get to go against another team and you get to go against a team that's holding hardware. So we'll get into all that coming up. Don't forget, Corona says keep enjoying that summer. Enjoy some of the delicious Corona Premier, Corona Extra, Corona Light, whatever you got, lime or not. Just enjoy summer as long as you can, but also let's get ready for the kickoff to the season with a cold Corona as well. So we'll keep it rolling. Joe C., Matt Hayes. It is XL Primetime on a beautiful Thursday.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update. Brought to you by USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games, sponsored by Westin Hotels and Resorts. Find wellness at Westin. It's been a nail-biter. The U.S. women's volleyball team is playing for a chance at gold as it squares off against Brazil in the semifinals at this hour. Team USA and Brazil have split the first 4 sets. They're playing in the 5th. The winner will advance to Sunday's gold medal match and face the winner of the next semifinal between Turkey and Italy. Round 2 complete in women's golf. World number 1 Nelly Korda and fellow American Rose Zhang are tied for 12th at 2 under, 6 shots off the pace. World number 2 Lilia Vu is 7 shots back. Later, the U.S. women's water polo team plays Australia in the semifinals, and the U.S. men's basketball team tips off against Serbia for a spot in the gold medal game. The U.S. is leading in overall medals here on day 13 with 95, 27 gold, 35 silver, and 33 bronze. With the Summer Games update, I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
Wellness means something different to each of us. And at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we believe every step is an opportunity to enhance your well-being. Whether it's guided group runs and workout gear on demand, or nourishing food options and restorative rest in our heavenly bed. When you travel, you can find wellness at Westin, one of 30 hotel brands in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio. Find wellness at Westin.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The hottest trend in casual dining has expanded in Jacksonville with its 5th location off 103rd. The Flame Broiler serves up protein-packed rice bowls. It's fast, healthy, and affordable. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or visit any of our 5 locations. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Bianna's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe here with your daily reminder to get on Tropic Time. Take 10. Sip a refreshing smoothie and manifest that you're a cabana side. Slade hot yoga? Treat yourself. Crushed back-to-back meetings? Get that me time. Adulted a little extra today? You deserve a vacay. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And look who's back and causing a stir. Our refreshing Island Punch, Mango Berry Cosmo, and Watermelon Mojito mocktail smoothies are here for a limited time.
Did it rain a lot this morning?
No, it was nice and sunny.
Well, the backyard's kind of swampy.
Huh, yeah. Especially where the septic tank is.
Oh, no. When was the last time we had our septic tank pumped?
Don't neglect your septic. Just call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing and septic experts. DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Mia O'Brien.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
On Helmets and Heels, noon to 2.
I swear to you, I know her.
Then there's the 1010XL video and social media channels.
I would know her voice anywhere.
All Things Mia is driven by Arlington Toyota.
On 1010XL.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It all comes down to Daytona in the Coke Zero Sugar 400 race weekend, August 23rd and 24th. Answer this question for a chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 August 24th. Who has the most victories in the Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name only to 641-1010. Who has the most victories in the Coke Zero Sugar 400? Text the driver's last name only to 641-1010 for your chance to win.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match, or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
20 minutes after the noon hour, Joe C., Matt Hayes, JJ. It's like old school here with us, rocking and rolling in the noon hour and having a good Thursday. We'll be here every Thursday, and hopefully you guys will be here with us. 641-1010, you can hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. And we got to say thanks real quick before we get back to your Jaguars, because Tropical Smoothie Cafe dropped off some of these killer smoothies, and they're, of course, affiliated with the Jaguars. All right, so the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the official smoothie of the Jaguars. You can download their Tropical Smoothie Cafe app or visit tropicalsmoothie.com and find a cafe near you in anywhere.
I got a watermelon mojo.
So that's what you've got?
And it's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It's the
so
red
I've
one.
I've got this blended with peach, guava, passion fruit, mango, and pineapple.
Wow. Every fruit there is.
The Island Punch smoothie. Maddie, what do you got?
Some kind of mango.
Some kind of mango?
Yeah.
Simple enough.
Well, listen.
Well, it's because the sticker on it that tells you what it is. I can't read it.
Oh, can't read it?
Yeah.
Tall and cold is all we're looking for right now. That's all.
I'm much more of a. I just go and I'm like, give me the red.
And put something in it's going to keep me awake the rest of the afternoon. All right.
Put some rum in there.
Yeah, exactly.
In there, right?
Smoothies were made for that. Okay.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I got Chili Palmer, who you guys know, and he'll do that classic. What is it called in the bar, JJ? Where the floater.
Oh, yeah, where they put it on. It's like sitting on top.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. After you've already ordered your drink, halfway through, you're like, give me a floater.
Hook me up with another floater. I've never done. Wow, that's a life hack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Halfway through your drink, get another floater.
Yeah, floater. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, Chili's crazy that way. All right, so let's get to the Jags and Chiefs, and I think you'll love this. It's not going to be 4 quarters of Trevor Lawrence versus 4 quarters of Pat Mahomes. But you should, all of Duval should love hearing your quarterback saying, well, basically, let's play it, because he was asked, Trevor Lawrence was, about getting ready for Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have an opportunity to go out there and play and they're keeping score and I'm not wearing a red jersey, I think there's a little extra on it, and you want to play well and you want to perform and you want to win. I mean, that's bottom line. Preseason game, whatever, you still want to win, and it's a good challenge for us. They're going to play their guys too, so it'll be a good challenge for us and see how we stack up early. Obviously, it's preseason 1. There's a long ways to go before week 1, but I think it is important to kind of test yourself and see how you look against a team that has been the standard the past few years, and shouldn't take it lightly. It is just a preseason game, but you're playing. They're keeping score. You want to win it. So I think that's the mindset, and Coach actually just mentioned that after practice. So we understand what we want to do and what the goal is.
And by the way, we'll play a little Mahomes a little bit later on, who basically said the same thing. He likes playing in preseason. It's not like they're going to go out there and do everything and sacrifice the body for a game that doesn't count or anything like that, but just getting the work in, prep time. So anyway, I love what Trevor had to say. Right?
Yeah, I mean, here's what I think. I think is, they can talk and say it's just a preseason game. We're going to just try and get some work in. But man, you get in that locker room, you put the silk jersey on, you go out for warm-ups, the crowd's getting juiced, you're getting juiced. They play. Mm-hmm. For however long they're out there, they're going to play, and they're going to play at a level. They just are. And then when you're off the field, then you're like, you got the pads off and you're joking around like we always see in preseason games. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the first team guys, when they're out there, they're going to play.
Well, I think if you're looking at this football team and they were 9-8 at the end of the season and they didn't make the postseason and they lost 5 of 6, you were devastated. Jaguar fans just beaten up from December and January and not being able to get to the postseason. Meanwhile, that other team goes and hoists another Lombardi. And so this is, if you want the old measuring stick or litmus test feel to Saturday night, you're like we said, it's not 4 quarters, but just to see what this team looks like, ones on ones for however long it goes, maybe a quarter.
And they know it's ones on ones.
Yes.
Yeah. So of course, there's a little. The competitive juices are going. Again, these are professional guys, man, and they know that when they're out there, they don't want to be embarrassed by somebody on the other side. They know it's ones versus one. It's good on good for however long. 2 series, 3 series, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they are going to play at a high level.
Yeah, yeah. And so go out there, and I think more than anything else, the thing that I have zeroed in on with this football team this year during training camp, OTAs, minicamp, the whole time, and particularly when the pads have come on, is Doug Peterson, I firmly believe, is determined to make this a more physical football team that can run the ball when they need to. And they haven't been able to do that.
And stop the run when they need to.
3rd and 1, get it? They've got the ball, stop them on a 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 mantras that I will have this entire season. Get a 3rd and 1 and stop a 3rd and 1. And I hope like hell that that's what they can do. But I think that's why we've seen the more physical, attention to detail, up front, running the football. They've done plenty of work in the passing game. But that running the football, it is a priority this year.
Well, it's also like if the object is to run the ball on offense, it starts on the offensive line.
Yeah.
If the object is to stop the run on defense, it starts really. You could say on the defense line, and it is, but you've also got to be able to cover on the outside in man, because if you can't, then you've got to obviously commit more to coverage.
Right.
But that's the key. If they can stop the run, if they can play well in man coverage and commit more to the run.
Yeah.
Then it changes everything, man. You change the way teams have to play you, have to prepare against you. That's why it was the last 6-7 games of last year, why it just looked so bad on that defense because they couldn't stop the run.
And like Saturday night, you're going to see Devon Hamilton, you're going to see Double RH, Roy Robertson Harris, and a handful of these guys working that interior part. You're not going to see Eric Armstead, but you're going to see a little bit more of what it looks like. A healthy Devon is going to be a huge, huge help for this football team. And then we got to look at the numbers as far as how they rotate on that defensive side.
I would like to have seen Jefferson more healthy in the camp just to get a better idea of what kind of impact he could make.
4th-round pick, Jordan Jefferson out of LSU. All right, so let's look at our roster here real quick and hit a couple things. But before we do that, stay on the run game. And, JJ, fire up what Trevor said about Travis Etienne, because you're talking – first off, it's Clemson Love. They're teammates. They've been teammates for how long now? This is 7 years. Does that sound right?
This is year 4, and they were together for 3 years.
6, yeah. Yeah, so this is
3 years, and so 7, yeah.
Wow, so 7 years these cats have been together. And so Trevor gushing on Travis is not a shock. But listen to the way he answers this question about what kind of camp, and this was a Hayes Carline question.
He's looked great. I'm just excited every year. I mean, he's just gotten better and better. I think as far as just his vision and his discipline in the run game, he's taken even another step. I thought he took a huge step last year, and this year's even better. His hands out of the backfield and just his route running, honestly. I mean, he's done a great job of just getting open and really expanding what he can bring to the table for our offense. I mean, he's not just a guy that we're going to run the ball, get him on the perimeter and some of the run game and get him in space. He really is a guy that's a threat down the field now, and I feel like that's only going to help him, one, get the ball more, and only going to help our offense become more explosive, because now you truly have a fifth guy to defend in the passing game. So I think it's going to be really good for us, really good for him. Obviously, that's going to help. Travis is a guy you want to get in space as much as you can. And I think being able to do that in the passing game is easier than always trying to find it in the run game. That can be a little harder. And even on his body throughout the season, take some miles off of him too. So I think all the way around, it's been a really great training camp for him. He's looked good. Every year I've said it, but it's the best I've seen him look. I said that last year, and he looks even better this year. So I'm excited for him.
Yeah, he's physically looks much better. I swear he gets faster every season. Honestly, he's going to make it very difficult for them in this age in the NFL where teams just move away from running backs. I mean, the Bengals literally just walked away from Mixon.
Yeah.
So he's going to make it very difficult for them to walk away from him, because he's not only proven to be durable, which is huge, but he's a threat in the pass game, like a legit threat in the pass game.
Yeah, he is a. I don't want to dismiss what he can do for a football team, but I also don't want to I don't want to throw him in the Christian McCaffrey category, like saying he's just as good. But he is.
No, he's close, man. I'll tell you that.
Yes, he is the Christian McCaffrey for this football team, because he can do everything. And the thing is that he got beaten up towards the end of last year, and we're going to play this Tank Bigsby interview coming up here in just a second. He is the key as well. Tank is to making sure Travis has the kind of year that he potentially can have, the way Trevor's visualizing this. Because if you keep him fresh,
he's got to get a legit blow. There's no doubt about it. He's got to be able to be off the field for a full series or even a series and a half, just so he can just sit there and kind of just readjust a little bit.
Every running back's got to get lathered up, but you got to keep him fresh.
Not only, the way they run the ball and quite frankly, the way they don't block that well, he took a lot of big hits last year.
Well, I'll throw the stat at you, which I asked Tank, and we'll do this coming up. How many times, multiplier, Tank carries versus Travis carries?
I think it would be fantastic if Tank gets, 7 carries a game?
Yeah, something like
that. That puts you around, 110, 120?
Okay, so let's just say that's 7 and 21. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's basically 1/3.
Even 21 might be a little high. You want to get him the ball in his hands 21 times.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So it might be 7 to 21, so a 3-to-1 ratio. Last year for the season, Travis was 5-to-1 to Tank, because Tank didn't get to carry the ball that much because he kept messing up. And so, anyway, I want you to hear the conversation with him coming up in just a second, because I did ask that question to him. I'm laughing, though, on the text line because I mentioned Kiefer Sutherland as one of our linemen. He's like, come on, Joe. If we're going to label Kiefer Sutherland, we got to put some respect on Jack Bauer. I agree with you. I just had to go designated survivor on you because this line's got some injuries. But, yeah, he's Jack Bauer, 24, through and through.
What's the one on Paramount, the new Kiefer Sutherland one? What's the new series? It's really good.
Is it really?
It's really good. Rabbit Hole, I think, is what it's called.
Rabbit Hole?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, all right. You guys on the text line,
good.
Let us know if you know about that one, 641-1010. So we'll do Tank coming up. We'll keep it going. Don't forget, Corona says keep the summer going, but get ready to kick off your season with a cold Corona.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
This right here is as good as it gets. This is life getting lived without obligations or complications. This is filling your cup and savoring the moment. This is the gift of presence. Served to you in a place where there's room for everyone and enough to go around. And the best part, it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 8, 1992, the original U.S. basketball dream team wins gold at the Barcelona Olympics over Croatia 117-85.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. So low, we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL Weekly is out now. Mia here, and text the word weekly to subscribe to our new 1010XL newsletter and for a chance to win Jaguars and concert tickets. Get an inside look at local sports, trending players, station info, and chances to win prizes all year long.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Lauren Brooks here. If you're in pain and you think you've tried everything, I've got a solution for you. The team at Active Health Jax treats the source of the problem, not just the pain, so you can avoid surgery, cortisone injections, and pain medications. I've had neck aches for years, and I've tried everything from acupunctures to massages with no results. Within minutes of my evaluation and treatment, the tension was gone. It was amazing. Active Health Jax can help you too. Give them a call at 904-296-0202 today or visit them online at activehealthjax.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org.
This is Dr. Turner Vossler, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Bowls alum Mac Jones is gearing up for his first preseason game as a Jaguar. Doug Peterson announced that Trevor Lawrence will get the start in Saturday night's game against the Chiefs, but expect to see the hometown kid, Mac Jones, get a healthy number of reps. Here's Jones on his excitement for Saturday night's game.
I think preseason's always interesting. That's kind of something where, hey, I want to get in there and get the reps. I don't really care who it's with, right? For me, it's just about trying to move the offense, staying calm, and letting things come to me. It's going to be a tough scheme that we're going to go against in the Chiefs, and they're not going to hold anything back. They never do in preseason, so it's always fun to go against a good defense, too.
I'm Max Fink here with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Hanging out on a Thursday, rolling until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Joe C., Matt Hayes will be here every Thursday with XL Primetime, and say thanks to Corona as well as we kick off our weekend on a Thursday. Give you that good feel with a cold Corona premiere. So definitely keep it going throughout the day, because you got the Francis Show coming up at 2 o'clock and the Jaguars programming at 4 o'clock this afternoon, including hearing from Doug Peterson. And it'll be JP and Logs, and they'll all be jumping in as we get you ready for the Jaguars versus the Chiefs Saturday night. And you got to love what Trevor said earlier, no red jersey. So he's fired up as the ones will get some work Saturday night. We'll see how much against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now, Tank Bigsby coming up, but hit me with that, JJ.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So I'm a little bummed about this. The PGA Tour final regular season event of the year, the Wyndham Championship. It's up there in Greensboro. Last chance for guys to get in. One of JJ's favorite golfers last year, Tom Kim, went on to win that bad boy. And they've canceled play for the entire day today.
Whoa.
Yeah, because of Hurricane Debbie. I had no idea that storm that did cause some problems here was still up there along, I don't know, the mid-Atlantic, creeping into Greensboro and affecting play. So they've completely wiped it out, at least until 6 o'clock today, before they'll even make a decision. So you know what I'm thinking of? I'm immediately thinking of, this is the last weekend I get to do Golf Channel in the United States, from the time you shift off the Golf Channel to go to CBS. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just wondering if they're going to be on schedule by the time, will they be able to make the cut by the time we get to Saturday afternoon, when I'm ready to do my golf play-by-play voice. And I want the leaders on Saturday.
So you'll be on TV again?
Yeah.
So this will be 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah, so this will be the last one before the FedEx Cup
No
playoffs
FaceTime,
begin.
just voice.
I don't care about that.
I do. I want to see you in the jacket.
No, listen.
Blue blazer.
Next to Nance.
Yeah, next to Jimmy. Jimmy, you'll throw it to me.
What do you think about that?
Joe C. But no, I'm happy to just be the play-by-play and the announcer.
I've noticed some of Joe's golf voice has made its way into the one-on-one interviews.
I don't doubt it.
With the players.
I do not doubt it.
Well, his golf voice it's definitely on it, like when he does the reads for advertisers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 100% Joe.
Professional.
100%.
All right, let's sample it right now.
Yes.
Here.
Let's see if I go golf voice with number 4 of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Pleasure to say hello to Tank Bigsby, former Auburn Tigers, second year as a Jacksonville Jaguar on 1010XL. You got game night coming up Saturday night. How you feeling?
I feel amazing. We put all the work in for this moment. Just go out and let it out. First preseason, can't wait.
What's different between last year and this year? Just kind of take us through coming into camp and just kind of how you're feeling.
Last year, the draft process, and you can't really work out how you need to. Just coming back in shape this year, coming back in mental good space and physically good space. So just come back ready, so.
Did you have a list in mind that you said, okay, checklist, Tank needs to do this, Tank needs to make sure that you have more playing time?
Right, yes, sir. That's my main thing on my checklist is, obviously keep God first, but always what I said was handle my job this year. Whatever my job is and whatever I'm required to do, that's what I'm going to do at my best ability. So, and that's how I'm attacking this year.
I looked at the total number of carries, and it was a little over 300, but Travis Etienne had about 5 times as many carries as you had.
Mm-hmm.
What's ideal for you? If it's like a 3-2 mix, I think that's pretty good.
I'm looking forward to whatever coach got planned. They get me going. The faster I get going, the better I feel out there, and the better I can get going myself. So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait. Do whatever I got to do to help the Jags organization win.
We're talking with Tank Bigsby, and when we talk about Press Taylor and the offense, he said we're going to go just take it down to the studs and figure out how much better do you think the running game can be this year based on what he's done and what you guys have done.
Coach Press is a good guy. He's a great OC, but it's up to us. We got to go out there and be physical and lay it on the line. And at the end of the day, we got to play our best football. And everybody try to be hard on the OCs and everything like that, but at the end of the day, the players got to handle their jobs. We got to play physical, and we got to move the ball, and that's how we got to do it. We got to win at line of scrimmage, and that's how we're going to do it. Attack them.
Yeah, you got to get the third one and the fourth one. How do you think, as far as the offensive line has gone so far from what you've seen from them?
Those guys are doing good. They moving guys off the line. They getting great movement up front. Just ready to see what they do Saturday.
All right, real quick, college football playoff. You got Hugh Freeze, second year at Auburn. You keeping up with those guys? How do you feel about your Auburn Tigers?
I feel great about them, man. Coach Hugh was doing a great job with those guys. I give a shout out to Jaguars. I know he's a really good running back. I really feel like they got a shot this year, and I feel like they stay focused, they can win.
All right, so you got War Eagle and a Duval for us?
Okay, War Eagle and Duval.
Good stuff from Tank. And I hear a more mature guy. Do you not? Just versus last year versus this year? Because he made mistakes. He knows it. And now he's got to be accountable to himself as far as making sure he does whatever he needs to do.
Yeah, I also like the fact
time.
that he said, it's on us. You can criticize the OC all you want. It's on us. We got to be more physical.
Yeah.
We got to run the ball better. We got to hold on to the ball. Yeah, it's good. It's growth. It's growth off the field, which is good.
And look, you've seen enough practice. I've seen enough practice that suggests that, like we said, the ratio needs to be better between the workload for ETN and the backup.
He looks good. I mean, Bigsby looks good.
Yeah.
There's no other way to say it. He looks good.
And Dearness Johnson's been in the mix. He'll be the third running back. And I don't know how much deeper you're going to go beyond that. I'm just carrying 3 running backs on this roster right now, and they'll have somebody. You could have potentially Keelan Robinson as your 4th running back if he's going to be viewed as your return guy. So you can do the math, and you can move things around a little bit if you want. But we're looking at a roster that should have 24, 25 guys on the offensive side. And that could include a special teamer in Devin Duvernay or Keelan Robinson.
Or both.
Yeah, exactly. And so here's one off the text line, just talking about the run game and having the mix. When we made that run in 2017, we had the change of pace back in Corey Grant. Wasn't always extremely effective on the touches he got because the defense presumes a different play type when Leonard was not in the backfield. And I do get that. But to have a second option, the texter says, that can run the entire playbook allows you to keep the defense guessing. Look, that's what they potentially have.
That's what I mean by you need a legit guy that can give ETN a full series off the field, series and a half, 2 series off the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just get him a little rest.
Yeah, and back to the ETN, another texter said, seriously, he could be the Jags version of Bijan. Yes, and because Bijan was dynamic out of the backfield last year, catching the ball.
Right.
How long did it take him to get in the end zone rushing the football? I can't quite remember, but it was deep into the year. And so the possibility that Tank can be the, quote, thunder and lightning when it comes to the running game, and then both of these cats be able to come out of the backfield and catch the ball here or there, bring it on.
No doubt. Let's first take a baby step and say, A, hold on the ball, and B, get the tough yards.
Yeah.
Get between the tackle, pushing the pile of yards, then worry about the rest of it.
Yeah, because that's that 3rd and 1. It's not like Travis Etienne is not capable of it because he is, but the line's got to do their work first.
But you also don't want him to take that pounding. He doesn't deserve to absorb all those hits all the time. Some of the time, but not all the time.
Yeah, just take a look at the point of contact where he was on the football field when the first defensive player hit him.
Well, how many behind the line? Well, they led the league in hits behind the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah. So that they were either 1 or 2 in that category. That cannot happen. And when we're out there for training camp, the thing still does worry me a little bit. And this goes to another texter's point that basically said, if you only upgraded the center position, how serious is Doug Peterson about making sure that the run game works? And I can't argue with that. And the thing that does worry me a little bit is I have
throwing
seen
it all on Fortner. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. But I've seen bodies on these running backs quickly in camp at times.
Yeah.
And so that's really what you're going to have to find out right away. I'm a Mitch Morse fan. I think he's a decade of experience in the National Football League on a winning football team is hugely valuable. And he has done well. He also had a rookie come in next to him in Osiris Torrance when you go back and think about Buffalo.
Yeah.
But he also had another experienced cat on the other side of him. So they've all got to be better. Brandon Sheriff's got to be healthy and better. Ezra and whomever else on that left side, they can't be doing this turnstile crap in that left guard spot. They can't. How many guys played the left guard position last year?
3?
3, maybe 4. Yeah. So that's a lot. That absolutely has to change.
But you also can't, you have to expect you're going to need some of these backup offensive linemen. I mean, you just have to expect that.
Yeah.
You can't get through a season in the NFL where you don't have guys getting hurt and guys missing games or missing quarters or missing series. So these guys have to be able to go out there. And what does Leon say all the time? He just wants a draw.
Yeah.
At the very least, you just got to get a draw. Yeah. Stalemate it.
Yeah. All right, so let's do this, and then we'll take it into the 1 o'clock hour. But the wide receiver room, since we brought this up earlier to start the show with Seth Williams, fighting for a spot on the roster, which may not be likely, but also just he wants to be on that practice squad, have a chance to come back and forth. The practice squad people,
good money.
That living ain't bad.
No, it's good money.
It's been increased pay-wise for them, but he knows as well as we do. Years of service, if you can make a roster, then you start to look at, hey, can I hang on to that roster spot?
Right.
Roster spot's $850,000 for a rookie coming in.
That's good cash.
Yes, it's good cake. And so, all right, so here's who you have. And basically we can say Gabe, Brian Thomas, Christian Kirk, 1, 2, 3. Those are your 3 starters if you're lining up 2 wide and a guy on the slot. We know who those guys are. It's after that you're trying to make a decision. And, Matt, we can go through this, but Devin Duvernay, for my money right now, is the 4th best receiver on this football team because of his lightning speed.
I think he's number 4. I don't know if he's the fourth best, but I think he's their 4. I think he's their 4 receiver. I'll agree with you on that.
In other words, he moves past Parker Washington for me, past Elijah, past any of the other guys that are there. He is the 4th best receiver.
See, I don't agree. I think Parker Washington's their 4th best receiver, but to your point, he can run. I think that puts him as the 4th option.
Okay, so now let's just go 5 here, and then let's add our 6 or 7. We just went Kirk, Gabe, Thomas. Then we went Duvernay. We're going to go Parker.
I think Parker Washington's
okay.
on the team, yeah.
But also think about this. Duvernay and Parker both represent backup in the slot to Christian Kirk.
No question.
Now, Duvernay can go outside. He has lined up outside. And so that makes both of them, at the very least, strong possibilities because both can do. Parker can back up Kirk. Duvernay can back up Brian Thomas Jr.
You think they could keep 7. I think they're going to keep 6.
Okay, so give it to me then. So 6 for you is Elijah?
I still like Elijah Cooks. I mean, he hasn't gotten an opportunity much in camp. He got the ball, a deep ball thrown to him today, and he's got Tyson Campbell was just all over him. Tyson Campbell looks really good, by the way. In fact, that's another thing, too. I was talking with Tommy McManus about. I mean, Tyson Campbell, if you're going to say what do you want your corner to look like, it's him.
And you know what?
6'2", long, strong. He's got a big frame. He's strong from the waist down. He's exactly what you want a corner to look like.
And just picture this, and not to get too football detailed, not to go too Coach Campbell on you here, but when he is in his back pedal, okay, he's taking that receiver on, and then that receiver cuts off his route, and he needs to stop, change, drive to the receiver and get him on the ground or make a play on the ball. He is dynamite.
He drives on the ball as well as anybody.
Yeah, he's dynamite. I've seen,
again, if he stays healthy, he could earn that contract, no doubt.
I've seen more hand fighting, more plays made with their hands from these corners, and for that matter, the safeties this year than we've seen in a long time, I think. All right, we'll head into the 1 o'clock hour. Stand on your Jags. Let's get into some college football, and we'll do it with a basketball head coach, Billy Donovan, talking to the Florida Gator football team. Billy Napier, as I've come to call him in the offseason.
Really wouldn't be bad if the Jaguars team heard this, too.
The speech?
Yeah.
Okay, so Billy brought in Billy, and so you'll hear that coming up. A Corona Cool Thursday right here in the city of Jacksonville with Joe C. Matt Hayes will be here every Thursday for XL Primetime with the Francis Show coming up at 2 o'clock.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. You're in the pole position with 1010XL.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing.
This Sunday at Richmond, brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Mia here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. The live casino is so easy to use. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find live dealers ready to deal or spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action's in the palm of your hands and you don't even need to wear pants. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL. A revamped loyalty program ensures a host of exclusive VIP perks. Sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win, only with MyBookie.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
He thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Of course.
Find out if he does.
Is there anything else we need to know?
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
certainly facing challenging economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, comforting to know my money is in good hands with ITP Partners. Ticket here for ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. I'll admit it, I don't understand a ton about the economy, higher interest rates, 401ks, but I do know as I move closer to retirement, I continue to watch my money grow. Thanks to Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. Get in the game, guys. ITP Partners, always there to help. For more info, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 904-312-9751.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
You hear that? That's the sound of your water bill tripling. Are you ready to fix the drip? Call Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services. They do it all. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Are you looking for quality tires that won't break the bank? Big Chief has you covered. Right now they're offering 6-month financing with the CFNA card, plus $50 off your next service. With no interest for 6 months, it's the perfect time to get those new tires. Schedule your appointment today at BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to take advantage of this incredible deal. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Electrical problems? Call American Electrical Contracting. 737-7770. Small jobs or large, they do them all. Work with a locally owned and operated company that will wire it right at a fair price. It's not just a slogan, it's the way they do business.
Atlantic Self Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Good people drink good beer, and great people drink Mocama, a refined craft brewery out of Fernandina Beach, Florida. Mocama Beer Company brings sophisticated flagship beers, including Cosmico IPA and Dune Garden Lager, to the greater Jacksonville area. Whether you're hitting the water with friends or enjoying a backyard barbecue, Mocama has the perfect pair for your summer activities. Look for us wherever great beers are sold and find your Mocama.
What's changed totally inside and out? The Kuhn Flowers massive storefront, and yes, they've totally remodeled the showroom inside too. This is Frank Frangie, and the next time you drive by, stop and smell the roses at Kuhn Flowers.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by USA Park. Down in the swamp, Florida Gators top running back Montrell Johnson Jr., who underwent minor knee surgery last week, is officially listed week to week by head coach Billy Napier. Napier spoke with media yesterday on the status of Montrell.
Montrell's doing great. First of all, it was very minor. Once they got in there, it's the scope. He's week to week, right? He's already on his feet. He's made significant progress, so it will be 1 week at a time. We're going to go at his pace, but we do anticipate it being a very minor issue. When we get him back, it's to be determined. I think he's in a good place relative to maybe other situations like that have been out there in the past.
It's 91 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, protected by Preferred Roofing on 1010XL.
So we head into 1 o'clock hour. One of our texters says, I need a full tank this season and not half a tank. I'm with you, bro. I am with you. And if 4 can deliver. Tank Bigsby can feel pretty good about his position on this football team. But you are correct, sir. A full tank and not at $3.46 a gallon or whatever it is right now. You know what I've been getting fooled by, honestly? And look, I'm a Circle K man.
Where they do like the cash, or if you pay with.
Have you seen that?
Dude,
with the card?
they do it every time. It's like 40 cents less.
It just totally fools me, man. I come whipping in there like that's a great deal. And then
they're like, yeah, it would be a good deal if it was true.
Got to get our credit card.
Right.
Like, dang, man. But
don't like that, huh?
The other mystery to me is like, for whatever reason, like over the last 2-month period, and it's actually kind of stalled. It's kind of stayed high here over the last couple of weeks. But you remember, like within the last 2 or 3 months, it went below $3.
By 1 cent.
Like
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
It used to, like on a Friday afternoon,
Yes.
it'd be like $2.99, and you'd be like, "Wow, that's nice." And no, it's just been $3.40 for a while. And I'm like, we have an election coming up. I've been like wanting you guys to bring it down to try to fool the fools out there.
Trust me, they will do that.
That's
You
good.
know that's
I'm
coming.
ready for
It's
it.
literally been mid threes to high threes for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But Joe's right. Like a year or so ago, there every once in a while I would go to like $2.98, and you'd be like, "Oh, maybe it's going to keep going down."
Exactly. Like, help us, please. And the other thing that tripped me out is usually you would see prices go up on the weekend because you would take advantage of the travelers that are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You go with the theory there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now the prices come down on the weekend because they want to welcome the tourists.
And they want you to go out and shop, and I don't even know what's going on.
And they want to job us during the week. Savages.
Well, there's only way to, control that. And it's not
Just
for this show.
Savages, man.
Get into
All
something
right.
else.
I'm going to ride my bike to work from now on.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we did a lot of Jags in the first hour of our show here every Thursday, noon to 2 with XL Primetime. And definitely say thanks to Corona as we kick off our version of the weekend with Thursday. And they want you to enjoy the summer as long as it lasts, but also get ready to kick off your football season with some cold Coronas. But we get into this 1 o'clock hour and talk a little bit about your college football teams, including Florida State, who wrapped up practice early today at UNF. And heading back, we've got some sound from head coach Mike Norvell that we'll try and get to you before we are done. Brother Ballou was out there taking yesterday and today, and he'll have plenty with Into the Night from Rick Ballou. But we were all out there checking out practice, and he's the foremost authority. But you start
absolutely is.
Yeah, but you start looking around and you see. I'm going to make this the 10-10 take right now, JJ, because this is honestly the thing that I believe more than anything else for FSU.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
You can cruise on into Sonny's. You can always count on a great meal all over the First Coast. If you are planning on making some of those hauls to Gainesville, to Tallahassee, wherever, make sure you load up on some delicious Sonny's before you head out of town. And that way, the cooking is all done, and you can enjoy everything else about the tailgate. But it's pretty simple to say this. Even though Florida State has a good defense that's returning, a capable offensive line, and a talented running back room, FSU will go as far as DJU takes them. He is the linchpin. There is no other way to look at this. They are favored, the Seminoles, right now in 10, maybe 11 of 12 football games that they are in the regular season. The only time they'll be an underdog is against Notre Dame, and you might come up with another one as the season unfolds. But the simple formula for success, getting in the college football playoff, is DJU. How far he goes is how far they go. That's the 10-10 take. Now, what you saw, the latest version of this football team, Matt, given everything you just said, really good offensive line, good defense. They may be a little thin at wide receiver because of the guys that they lost, but they got a really good running back room. It still comes down to number 4.
Does. I mean, just listen to this, okay? Georgia Tech, Boston College, Memphis, Cal, SMU, Clemson, Duke, Miami, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Charleston, Southern Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They will be favored in every game of that Notre Dame game. Depending on what happens with Florida, depending on what happens down the stretch, they got an opportunity.
That is tailor-made to get to the playoff.
Yeah.
Even with DJU. Even if he doesn't play at an elite level that's still tailor-made to get to the playoffs. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over.
Right, he'll be handing that football off.
They're certainly going to throw the ball a lot, and I think Hakeem Williams will eventually be a guy they look at wide receiver because, man, he looks really good out there. He was slowed and yesterday when they were there at the Jags former facility, and he looked like he was slowed. But I'll tell you what, they have potential at receiver to be very good. If he protects the ball, dude, I'm telling you, they might be favored in every game, including the one at Notre Dame.
Another one of their taller receivers, Moore, number 81, definitely has the potential to blossom into a good player. Has a Keon Coleman build to him, but certainly is not that guy, anywhere near that guy. Right. We mentioned Benson yesterday, who comes over from Alabama, who absolutely will be a playmaker on the receiving end. It's not like DJU can't deliver the football, but he was below 60% completion percentage in a land where they complete a lot of passes.
Where everybody completes 75%.
In the Pac-12.
Right.
And so he's got to fight that. And he would throw one good one, and he might throw a questionable one. But he also is big enough to take off and run and be an imposing figure running the football, if he chooses to do so.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a willing runner. Plotting, but willing runner.
Yeah. He ain't cat quick.
I will say this, honestly. I mean, Brock Glenn looked good yesterday. Looked like a legit QB.
Yeah.
Good arm. Looked like a guy that could get rid of it quickly, that knew where to go with it. And they were, he's going against ones. It was twos against ones, and he looked really good.
Well, it does come down to whether.
I mean, he's not going to beat out DJ. All I'm saying is if something happens with DJ and DJ doesn't perform to a level that they need him to play at,
right.
I could see Brock Glenn or even Luke Kromenuk going in there and all right, you kind of winnow down the offense for him, and you say, all right, here's what we're running. Mm-hmm. Here's what we do well. Let's move forward and play great D because their D is going to be very, very good.
This is the rudimentary in me, okay? This is the rudimentary Joe C. The depth chart last year read what? Jordan Travis, Tate Rodemaker, Brock Glenn.
Right.
Okay, Rodemaker gets hurt at the end. Brock Glenn gets forced in. We all know that they did not perform well the way that they needed to perform in the eyes of the committee, and they get hosed, and they don't get in the college football playoff.
Right.
If Brock Glenn were all of that, he would have been ahead of Rodemaker. At least that's my thought.
He was a true freshman.
I understand. And it's just like a DJ.
Guys grow, JoJo.
I know that. I watched him and wanted to see with interest whether or not he would take that next big step. And the people that I talked to around the Seminoles feel like he's hanging and staying because he thinks it will be his next year. That DJU comes in as a transfer guy, probably gets one of those NIL deals to come in, and that Brock's got to take a back seat to him. And he thinks it could be his next year. So he's basically employing the Carson Beck theory. Well, he's let another guy get in line in front of him.
Which is dangerous.
And what makes him think next year there won't be another transfer?
Or Kromenuk won't play well in the spring game or whatever. There's all kind of stuff.
By the way, Rick did say yesterday that he is very concerned about the pass game.
Mm-hmm.
That in one-on-one drills, cornerback versus wide receiver, there was like 11 consecutive balls hit the ground or something crazy.
And it's on both sides. It's either an inaccurate throw
or a drop,
or it's a smaller receiver, or like you said, a drop. And they don't look big in the receiver department, other than the guys we named.
They have two really good corners. Their safeties are kind of iffy, but they have two really good corners.
Mm-hmm.
So and actually two good backups too. Yeah. So a lot of this also, they've got good guys on the other side of the ball too.
Yeah. All right. So the idea, the college football playoff, and it's funny. I'm trying to remember what website did this yesterday, but they named the best team in each state this year.
It was Florida in this state.
You would think, but not true. They named the best team.
Well, after this Billy Donovan thing, it might be Florida.
Yeah, we're going to set him up. He needs to speak to him before every game. But Florida State's the best team in the state.
Right.
And you start thinking, like you said, they're going to be favored in almost every game. They have a 10-win season that's very plausible.
Yeah, at least.
Very plausible. Okay, but then you have to ask the same question. Are they going to win the ACC? Are they going to have to beat the same team twice to win the conference championship? Where does Miami fit in all of this? Where does Clemson fit in all of this? Another team that's getting a little bit of love is NC State. I'm not a buyer. I'm not a Dave Doran buyer. I just am not. They do have a deep team coming back, but Are they winning the conference? Are they playing for it? Are they?
They have a really good defense. They will have a really good defense. I don't think they have enough of a complete team to beat Florida State in the championship game. And I don't think they can. Well, let's wait on Miami a little bit. I want to see Miami after about 4 or 5 games this year to see how they've developed.
For sure.
But talent-wise, they don't stack up with Miami either. They don't stack up with Clemson either.
Mm-hmm.
So my guess is they're 4th or 5th best team.
Okay. All right. I may do this exercise with you coming up here in just a second and just go with who's the best team in each state, just to have a little fun with it. Because if you think about, there's a couple teams that are bringing back some big-time players, but some of them are very, very obvious as far as who the best team is. So we'll have a little fun with that coming up. And then also Billy Donovan talking to the Florida Gators. We'll do that next. It is XL Primetime hanging on Thursdays, noon to 2, right here on the Superstation.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers. Now, a 1010XL Summer Olympic Update brought to you by
USAPark.net Airport Parking.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2024 Summer Games. 27 medal events highlight day 13, several in track and field where Noah Lyles will be looking to add to his hardware. We get a preview from Steve Futterman in Paris.
There is no doubt that Noah Lyles is the favorite tonight. He has actually predicted victory here. The 200 event, he says, is his best event. He's already won the 100-meter dash. If he wins the 200-meter dash tonight, he'd become the first American man to accomplish the feat in the same Olympics since Carl Lewis did it in 1984.
Also today, American Sydney McLaughlin-Livroni will compete in the women's 400-meter hurdles final. And in a thrilling semifinal for the U.S. women's volleyball team, they beat Brazil 3-2 to advance to Sunday's gold medal match. And they'll play the winner of the next semifinal between Turkey and Italy. With this Summer Games update, I'm Erica Herskowitz, Westwood One Sports.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
DQ presents Picture this. Picture the DQ $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Not just a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae, all full-sized, all for $7. Because everything's better with bacon. Everything's also better with a side of fries, a refreshing drink, and a sundae to finish. Yum. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. DQ. Happy tastes good.
The hottest trend in casual dining has expanded in Jacksonville with its 5th location off 103rd. The Flame Broiler serves up protein-packed rice bowls. It's fast, healthy, and affordable. Order online at flamebroilerusa.com or visit any of our 5 locations. Flame Broiler, simply healthy.
The Sunshine State says it all in the nickname. That summer sun in Florida can take its toll on an air conditioning unit and send your electric bill through the roof. Florida Home AC can help you handle the heat with a brand new AC unit with low monthly payments and over $3,000 in federal tax credits on select systems. So this summer, don't sweat it out. Cool off with Florida Home AC, the official AC company of the Jaguars. Call them today, 777-4300, and check out their tremendous savings on a brand new AC system.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America, N.A.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's best options. Pickett here. Watch for Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan is brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Strength and resistance training are some of the best forms of exercise you can do to strengthen your muscles and improve your body composition. It may also lead to important improvements in metabolic health, meaning your blood sugar levels are easier to manage, and it also increases how many calories you burn at rest. The Physical Activity Guidelines for Americans recommends resistance training twice per week in addition to cardio training. Let's get fit, Jacksonville.
Vegas, baby. This is Taylor Dahl from Helmets and Heels, and we're sending one lucky listener to Circa Resort and Casino this December. Win a free 3-night stay with $200 food and beverage credit, plus a daybed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive 143-foot screen at Circa, you'll huddle up with the Heels at the Overhang Bar for our pregame tailgates on Friday with drink specials and giveaways. For a chance to win this all-in package to Circa with Helmets and Heels, enter at 1010xl.com/Vegas.
And if you've already booked your flight to Vegas for the big game and are still searching for accommodations, Circa Resort and Casino has a special rate just for Jacksonville fans. Mia here, and for just $500, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 in food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available till August 30th, so act now. Book and join the Heels in Vegas. Visit CircaLasVegas.com today.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and now that you have Honda boats on the showroom floor, tell them about the big boat sale.
We are excited. We got a big sale, 11th through 13th. You want to come on down, see us in person. Some of our boats are going to be up to $30,000 off.
Up to $30,000 off?
$30,000 in savings. It's a big sale event.
So they can start shopping online at cyclesofjacksonville.com. The size of the boats?
Anywhere from 19 to 24 foot, all with legendary Honda outboards.
Honda and Coach, check them both out on Atlantic near Regency. Cycles of Jacksonville.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Jaguars fans, the 2024 NFL season is just around the corner, and we can't wait for you to be back at the bank. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are starting off the preseason going head-to-head with our Kansas City Chiefs Saturday, August 10th. Be at the bank as the Jags take the field. The Jaguars have won it! You won't want to miss a second of the action. Grab your tickets for the 7 p.m. kick by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
20 minutes after the 1 o'clock hour, you need your AC right now because it is hot. We went through some cooler weather with a little bit of a breeze with Hurricane Debbie. If you didn't get hit hard with the rain, you probably enjoyed that breeze. But, yeah, it's hot out there. So don't forget about Florida Home AC if you need any help because they definitely can take care of you. That's for sure. Now, they're the official AC provider of the Jaguars, but we got another cool partner tomorrow out at Firehouse Subs with the Jaguars coming by. So you guys want to make sure if you have any Jaguar stuff that you would like to get signed, be a great time to do it. We'll be out there 2 to 4, Firehouse Subs in San Marco, as they're celebrating their 30th anniversary. And you can come on by, bring your football, come meet some of your favorite Jaguar players. They'll have the Roar cheerleaders there. You can take pictures with Jackson DeVille and the Roar, and, of course, enjoy some Firehouse Subs. That'll all be going on tomorrow, and it is in the San Marco area. So just look for the Firehouse Subs in San Marco and come on by. We will be out there from 2 to 4. All right, let's get to Billy and Billy. So Billy Napier says, you know what? I need some oomph during practice to get my team fired up. I know. Let's go get a guy named Billy that's won championships here at the University of Florida. His name is Billy Donovan. And you got to love this. If you're a Gator fan, to hear Billy Donovan
if you're
come in and
any
talk,
kind of sports fan, you're going to this speech that he gave the Florida players is, I mean, I told JJ this. Honestly, if I'm Billy Napier after that speech, I'm thinking, all right, I got to reassess what I'm doing right now.
I got to be a little more fired.
I mean, where do you guys hear that? Let's just play it.
Yeah.
What I've tried to do throughout my time, I've always been really, really passionate about what really goes into winning. Like, what does it take to win at the highest level? The number one thing I did when we ended up winning back-to-back national championships, what are the things that really the best teams that I've been around had, and what did the teams that weren't so great, what didn't they have? You guys have to love each other. There has to be a deep love for each other. If I'm going to say to you guys 20 years from now, hey, tell me about what happened on Saturday afternoon on December whatever date. You guys are not going to remember what happened on a day 20 years ago. But if I said, hey, tell me about your teammate. So tell me about your teammate. You'll be able to talk about your teammate pretty openly and honestly. Okay? And here's what I would tell you. As you guys share this room, as you guys share a jersey, it can't be just sharing a jersey in a locker room. Can't be that. You got to start to think about, what are my teammates going to tell their kids? What are my teammates going to tell their grandkids about what it was like to play with me? That's your legacy. Your legacy is your relationship with each other. So you can have all the experience you want, but if you're not connected as a group and have each other's backs, it doesn't make a difference what you have. That's what the great teams have. All the great teams. And it's hard. Like, that's what it looks like. And you guys are going to think about, do you guys have that mentality? Or is it, man, I'm sore, I'm tired, this is the 5th day of training camp, man, I can't wait till we start playing games. You're missing the point. The harder it is, the better it is. The harder it is, the better it is. You've got to put the work and the investment into it for each other. You don't have a choice if you want to win. Guys, I appreciate it. I wish you guys nothing but the best this year.
Oh, chills.
Whoa.
Chills.
You don't have a choice if you want to win.
And he, look at
Imagine Napier giving that.
Oh
no.
I honestly,
it'd still be playing right now. It'd still be playing.
I kid you not. I texted the Power 5 coach, just texted him the link, and he wrote back 2 words: so strong. It's just so. I mean, it's just
the passion. Man.
Yeah, he just gets it, man.
And
he
by the
gets
way,
it. Any team could hear that. Like the Jags could hear that and be like fired up about it.
And it had shades of Jimmy Valvano's speech, and it had shades of Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. It was just like he was just so fired up. And you have to. And you know, the one thing that occurred to me in the middle of that is that what sucks a little about the player movement is that you don't necessarily know you're going to have your guys. And because what he was treated to was Joakim, Al, Torrey, all of them there. And
I don't
for
disagree
3
with
to
that.
4 years.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that. But I will say this:
sucks.
I was really taken aback in Dallas when we asked Graham Mertz about his relationship and the the idea of you're coming in, you're almost like a hired gun,
right?
And he was talking about the difference in what it's like, and when you get to Wisconsin and you're there and you're with guys for 3 and 4 years, and you get to another team, and then you start to say, all right, well, here we are, and now what? Well, now what is it? And now he said, I have guys in the team that I will be friends for life with these guys, and I've known them for 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
So I understand what he's saying, what you guys are saying, and I agree with you completely on that. But it's also, don't sell these guys short.
Yeah.
Like, there can still be an immediate impact that will last a lifetime.
Right. I hope it's fraternities, because just to use Leon as an example, he can go back for the 5-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary, 15, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that a team now can't do the same thing, but he always looks at the U and says family, because they were all there for a longer period of time.
They all throw up the U when they see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Murch said, he and Pearsall, he said, he will be my best friend the rest of my life.
Yeah, which is great.
And he knew him for a year.
And they were both portal players.
And they didn't know each other prior.
Yeah. So it's still great. But that one was great. Billy inviting Billy, and Billy playing backup piano. It was awesome. Right. Every bit of it was
But
awesome.
imagine if you're Billy Napier after that.
So good.
He does that.
Thank you, Billy Joel.
He does that, then everybody looks at you when you walk to the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good speech. Thank
how
you
do
for
follow
coming.
that?
Yeah,
How
appreciate
do you
you
follow
coming
that?
down here.
Yeah. Listen,
Or you just go, all right, let's get out in the field.
All right, boys, back to practice.
Y'all take a second and let's give Billy a round of applause. I mean, that's what it would be. and so I hope he does. He has fire in his belly. Let's hope that the way the players have talked, that this team is ready to fire the engines. And I think it's a deeper football team. They do have a good running back room, a deeper offensive line. They've got options up there. They have more guys that are capable of making plays. This defense under Roberts is supposed to be better, Matt. It's supposed to be a deeper defensive side of the football with talent and guys getting coached properly on that side of the ball.
Allegedly.
Well,
who will be playing running back week one?
But I mean, honestly, every player we've had on the show here has said the same thing, that he's completely changed what's going on down there as far as defense, which is huge. Who will be playing running back? Probably Trey Webb.
Yeah,
Trey Webb would be the guy I would imagine.
And I would throw Jackson. I would throw Jackson in there as well. But Trayon definitely has a chance. Jackson, and then the big Baugh kid, the one that we keep talking about that
Baugh.
Yeah, that has come in and what is he? He wears number 13. He's a big old cat, big old hoss.
He actually looks like Maurice Claret a little bit.
Yeah,
that 13 on.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and so you're talking about a deep running back room and a better offensive line. And Graham Mertz is effective throwing the football. Not like he's going to go deep all the time, but he
was much better the second half of last season.
Yeah. He has a confidence now, like going back to your point, that he's a leader of this football team. And I do believe DJ Lagway has early impact on this football team. Not like a ton of plays, but early impact. And it won't be a surprise when he comes into the football game. They're going to look for him to package him up, but he can run, he can throw. So he can offer an element of intrigue and surprise and make the defense have to account for him. I'm just looking forward to seeing what it looks like. What a Graham Mertz.
You should just hope for a smooth operation.
Yes.
Honestly, at this point, seriously, after the last 2 years and how it's just so dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm.
Just a smooth operation. Even if you lose 28-20 in the first game of the season, if it looks good, at least you're like, all right, well, maybe there's a chance in a couple other games. Who knows?
Yeah. All right, so Gator fans, chime in on that. You heard Billy. If you're a Gator fan that loved basketball, you probably really had to get chills. But to see Billy D come back, and he's always going to be a Gator in their mind, no matter where he's at in his NBA life.
You know what? Some of those guys weren't even born when they won back-to-backs.
Wow.
All right,
think about that.
That is hard to believe, because the 04s, when they came in, and they won in 6 and 7. So that means
they were like 1 year old or 2 year old.
Yeah, I was going to say they were probably
unless you're
born.
a true freshman that you're 17, then it's you're right around there. Yeah, it's scary, right?
Yeah, that is something. All right, Seth Williams. Let's say hello to him coming up here in just a second. One of the guys trying to play his way onto the 53 or just stay in the Jacksonville roster in terms of a practice squad player, whatever it might be. Let's hear from Seth coming up on XL Primetime.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Camrys starting at $329 a month. RAV4s for $349 a month. Tundras as low as $499 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota St. Augustine. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer's in full swing, and air conditioners are fully stressed. But do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services to stay cool and comfortable all season long. Need a new AC? Fenwick has same-day estimates and next-day installations on energy-efficient systems. And your new system is backed by a warranty of up to 12 years. That's right, 12 years. Fenwick also offers same-day 24/7 service day or night, and their expert technicians will get the job done and get it done right the first time. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 8, 1992, the original U.S. basketball dream team wins gold at the Barcelona Olympics over Croatia 117-85.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Tailgaters parking season passes are on sale now. Secure your Jaguar season parking today. Enjoy indoor restrooms, a full-service bar and grill, access 4 hours before kickoff. Visit tailgatorsparking.com and book your space today.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. Tapped Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
If you're searching for a new fence installation, challenge yourself to find a fence company with more positive online reviews than Superior Fence and Rail. With over 3,000 reviews and a 4.9 out of 5 review range, Superior Fence and Rail is, well, superior. So take the online challenge or let their professional team show you what superior service looks like. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Hey there, Weekend Warriors. It's Matt Hayes. Sick of that slice? Tired of those 3 putts? What if I told you your handicap isn't about your swing, it's about your weight? Why not take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with the Waco 180? We're talking 10 strokes off by August, getting your tour card by September, winning your first major, year 1. Think about it. Fame, fortune, and most important, winning $5 off your buddy because you, sir, are closest to the pin. Taking strokes off your game is just about 40 pounds away at Waco180weightloss.com.
Awaken 180 does not guarantee an immediate 10 strokes off your score, receiving a tour card, or the ability to control the weather. Individual results may vary. Your newfound athleticism might cause jealousy among your foursome, leading to accusations of steroid use. Awaken is not responsible for defending your honor in the clubhouse. Awaken 180 cannot guarantee that your newfound golf prowess will lead to a sponsorship deal, but we can't not guarantee it either. Awaken 180 is not responsible for any dramatic fist pumps or unsolicited golf tips you give to strangers. Awaken 180 does not offer refunds for any lost wagers made on your improved golf game. Bet wisely, my friend. Strokes off your game by dropping pounds off your frame. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The coolers are full at your local Gate gas station, making it easy for you to cruise in and cruise out with little downtime. Ice cold Coronas, Natty Light, Stella Artois, and Michelob Ultra. Don't forget the king of beers, Cold Buds. Gate's got them in the cooler, waiting for you.
Want to show your kids something really cool? Take them by the Kuhn Flowers window display on Beach Boulevard. 1010XL's RJ Saunders here, and there's no better way to introduce your kids to Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Veteran quarterback Ronald Darby is going to be an important piece to the Jaguars secondary this year. Here's Coach Peterson on his excitement to see Darby get some live reps on Saturday night.
I think he's done a great job coming in and really understanding, Ryan's scheme and how Corey Robinson is coaching him over there, and it just kind of fits who he is, and he's done a nice job. Definitely in the off season when he was available to go get, was good, and looking forward to him playing Saturday night as well.
Be sure to tune in to 1010XL 92.5 FM on Saturday for pregame coverage beginning at 2, and then game coverage for kickoff starting at 7. I'm Max Fink with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is going to be the takeaway of the entire week. It's ball. Ball tonight. NFL games tonight. Good, very good. It's good for life in general. How about that? It's a nice practice today. I think it was very light, obviously, because it's game week. Mm-hmm. They look good out there. They look refreshed. I think that's the key. They don't look tired. And a lot of teams, when you get 3 weeks into a camp, they look tired.
Yeah, they do. I feel like the intensity's been up. That's for sure. Recognizable, palpable, all that stuff. And so hopefully it'll keep going as the season goes. My takeaway is Patriots -6.5.
Oh my
against
God.
the Panthers.
Here we go.
Or the Giants laying 3.5 against the Lions, which seems like a better play.
Doing NFL preseason games. You got to be kidding.
I might have recruited John Party into my gambling web because I was looking at Hard Rock Bet odds earlier, and he's like,
"What NFL
Instead of
preseason
gambling,
games?
John, you could just leave like $100
Right,
in
just
my
give me your $100
mailbox by the front."
Seriously, Joe, NFL preseason games?
I told him, I said, look, I've matured, I've grown, I've realized the error of my ways, and I do not do preseason anymore. And you want to know why? Because once they went down to 3 preseason games, I don't know what coaches are up to.
So you're not betting, you're just giving the line.
6.5 and 3.5. It's intriguing.
It certainly looks like
promise you're not betting?
I promise.
It's become a trend for like the first game for the starters to play. It was never like that.
No, and you see them for a nanosecond, and then they're over there with the team hats on and all that kind of stuff.
I wonder what the reasoning is behind why that changed. Well, the entire league just changed on a dime last year, I think it was. Maybe it's like if you sprain an ankle, you'll be back in time for the regular season, honestly, I guess, maybe.
I think what it is more than anything else, and this is like if you go back when they had 4 preseason games, they would not play in that last preseason game. Why? Because the season started the following week.
Right.
Now we have a gap in time, and they need to keep them kind of fresh, but also kind of oiled up. And so that 3rd preseason game, which is the last one now, Doug Peterson's already said that he probably will play some of his guys in that last preseason game, that they're less likely to play them deep in the 2nd game, which is interesting.
You got to get them oiled up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, got to get them oiled up.
All right.
And because you don't want them to get all tight and rusty in that off
you
week.
Do not. No.
And so they'll play him a little bit in that third preseason game and then come back for the opener, which is when? The 8th down in Miami.
Yeah, because it used to, like, week 4, the 4th preseason game, no one played.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so now it's instead of that last preseason game then you didn't do it, now you're going to feel the need to do it to make sure that they're rocking and rolling. And then you got to make the cut down to the 53, and there's only so much practice time for these guys to get evaluated, which is unfortunate. They don't get to play in real game situations. All right, let's use that as a backdrop for a guy named Seth Williams, because he's a guy that is deep in the wide receivers room. He's not a guy that jumps to mind, but he has been good enough to get drafted, to stick around in the league, to make the practice squad, so on and so forth. So I caught up with him earlier today. We're talking with Seth Williams, former Auburn Tiger, current Jacksonville Jaguar. You got game week. The pressure is on for a lot of backups to go out there and play well. Would you say Saturday night?
I mean, I wouldn't say pressure. It's just another game, another preseason to show what you got, another game to show what you've been working on all offseason, all the year before.
All right, you hauled one in today. You've had a good camp from everything that I've been able to see. What is your feeling? What is your gut as far as how camp has gone?
It's going pretty good. Just got to stay the course, keep doing what I need to do, work on special teams, continue grinding on offense, and it's going to pay off. So I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen.
And I would think that the way that they've taken their approach with special teams with you, a guy like you can be a four-core guy, but then also be integral in the wide receiver room. How do you process that?
It's a good feeling. Just to know, like, you can go in and contribute on special teams full time and then get in and get a shot to do something on offense when the guys get tired and they need you to step up. And I feel like I got the capability to do it all, whatever they need me to do. And I just showed it over the past 2 years.
We're talking with Seth Williams, former Auburn Tiger, and I do agree that, you make yourself basically where they can't cut you. You have to do everything you possibly can. What are some of the things that you have worked on in the offseason this year?
Just focusing on just like the small details, like attention to details, like literally the small things, like just doing everything right steps, the smallest step inches, like literally just being detailed in my approach, coming out, make sure I activate, make sure I get things done, listen to the smallest things, everything they say in the meeting from, if they said it 5 days ago, bring that back up. My bad for cussing, but bring it back up the 6th day. Just remember it, like just small stuff like that.
And what has it been working like when you look at all three quarterbacks that you've had time with? Because the way they've rotated you guys in, you've been with Trevor, you've been with Mac, and you've been with CJ. How is that? Has it been a little bit different and a better experience?
I mean, this haven't been hard. I've been working with a lot of quarterbacks my whole life. I had a few main quarterbacks, but being on practice squad a lot, you work with a lot of guys, so you get used to different timings and how they say things in the huddle, and what you need to do is you just got to gel with them guys, talk to them a lot in the locker room, and just make sure you're on the same page as them, so it won't be a mishap when you need to be the best thing.
You came into the league in 2021. You were drafted in the 6th round. I go back and I look at your Auburn numbers, and you had over 2,000 yards. You had over 100 catches. You had 3 good years there. So you would love to be able to prove on the NFL level you can do the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of gets forgot about that you was the guy. I don't forget about it. I know a lot of people don't forget about it. I still got it in the back of my head. I'm going to keep it up front. I know I'm that guy, but like I said, you got to turn over a new stone. Got to play my special teams to get me back in the role that I know I can be in, and I let God do his thing.
Yeah, now when you think back to your college days, what's some of your good memories as far as playing at Auburn?
Just everything, just being out there on the plains, just miss them guys, but them times were good. Like, every time I think about a memory for Auburn, it's good. It's a good memory.
Now, how does a kid go to Paul Bryant High School and then play at Auburn?
Recruit. Different recruit, playing time had a big deal in it, but it's just like I felt Auburn was the place for me, and it ended up being the right place.
Now, do you keep up with the guys there now, and what do you think about Hugh Freeze as far as what he's been able to do?
It's been good. I've been watching it. I kind of got away from it, just me leaving early. I kind of got away from this focus on the league, but I feel like they got a good thing going now. They got the new facilities, Coach Freeze coming in with the past he had in the SEC with Ole Miss, so I feel like they got a good chance, and they bringing in a lot of good recruits, so I'm happy to see what they got to do.
What about Gus Malzahn at UCF? Do you still interact with him?
Yeah, I thought he hit me up every so often. I need to hit him up more, but that's my dog. I miss him, but I like what he's doing down there at UCF at the bounce house, and got Orlando turned down there. I like it.
All right, Seth, give us a big Duval as you get ready for Saturday night.
I got Duval.
So
I want one of those guys to scream at some point. None of them are screaming for you.
Well, Tank did. He went War Eagle. He gave us a good Duval.
It was, nah. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 4.5.
This one, that one was a little wimpier.
To be fair, it's always after practice.
Yeah, they're tired, man. They're worn out. I'm just trying to get them fired up just a little bit. But Seth,
next time you ask them, say like from the diaphragm, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't need it that bad, honestly. I don't. I'm just trying to get a little. I'm trying to get a little fire for the folks out there. But but he has a better relationship.
For you people out there, Josie's not. I'm trying.
Yeah. Listen, I want y'all to be happy. I've seen a bunch of them going up and down from the Mecca, and they're all having such a good time. And these kids are all fired up because they're coming out of it with autographs.
Good crowds, man.
Yeah, they've been great. They really have. But he knows Gus Malzahn, obviously, more than he knows Hugh Freeze. But he has ties to War Eagle. This goes back to what our conversation was earlier, is that Seth has great memories of one school. And he had over 200 catches. I'm trying to think of the total number. Might have been over 150 catches and 2,000 yards. He was a productive player at Auburn.
With not really that good of quarterbacks.
No. And so he's got good memories as far as Gus is concerned, but then trying to figure out whether Hugh Freeze is going to be able to get the job done. He was familiar with him in his days at Ole Miss, and he knows that he's going to be able to do a decent job. So listen to these numbers. Okay, his last 2 years at Aubie, he caught 59 balls and 47 balls, 830 yards, 14.1 per catch average, 760 yards, 16.2 per catch average. So 132 catches for 2,100 yards. Now, look, there's a lot of wide receivers in the college game that never make it in the NFL. They never do. But if he can prove valuable on special teams and prove valuable when he needs to make a catch, that's it. And these guys, we know who they are, and you just see them from time to time get an opportunity and take advantage of it.
He was his last year there was Bo Nix's first year. The previous year, Darius Slayton was kind of the one, and that was with Jarrett Stidham, who had a good season. Yeah. He just wasn't the one that year.
So Stidham was throwing to him
in 18.
Okay,
but it was him, and it was Ryan Davis, and it was Darius Slayton, like I said. So they had a pretty complete set of wide receivers. That was a good team, actually.
That was a good
Auburn team.
But when he caught,
he had a nice college career, no doubt about it.
Yeah, about 59 and 19. Who was throwing to him?
That's Bo's first year.
Yeah. Okay. I should have asked him about War Eagle Bo versus Duck Bo.
You should have,
but I forgot.
But then again, you should have said, "Give me a Duval from the diaphragm too," and it just didn't happen.
Well, I know somebody that will give us a Duval for the diaphragm.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Duval! See, now that's the best is Carline after during the pregame, he'll take a shot of something, and then the Duval after that is the really good Duval.
Yeah, he'll get the
that one's sweet. That one hits you in the soul.
The brackish.
He'll get the brackish mule going.
Yeah.
I know about that.
Yeah,
that's for sure. All right, that was a good one. That made up for Seth's. But
yeah,
but we were talking about it, Hayes. That guy, look, he's not going to show worry on his face. He's got to be a confident football player. But all these guys are like, am I going to make it?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's always so, fascinating, that dynamic, because you don't see a lot of instances of that in real life.
Right.
A restaurant doesn't hire 20 waiters to cut 12 of them.
Right.
And then launch the restaurant. So, I mean, it's such an interesting human dynamic of the business, because these guys, I guarantee you, all 90 guys in that roster think they're making the 53.
Right. Oh, you better
it's just there's something about athletes and how they're able to, and I say this from a complimentary standpoint.
Yeah.
They are able to block all of it out, convince themselves that they're elite. And because for most of their lives, they have been. Let's just be honest. They've been stars.
Yeah, the numbers we gave on Seth.
For them to all of a sudden be in a position of, what do you mean I'm not good enough to make this team? I've been the star at every level I've been at.
Yeah.
But and you really feel for those guys that, do it for 4 or 5 years trying.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, to get that break. And
imagine having to restart your engine every year that way.
Right. And, so you give them a lot of credit, you really do. And, a lot of these guys have a tremendous perseverance. and unfortunately, it doesn't get rewarded because they're as good as they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the best 0.001 players that have ever tried to play this sport. Those are the guys that consistently make rosters. So it's always fascinating. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough couple of weeks for 37 guys on this roster.
Yeah. By the way, you were a little wrong on that because I do believe that Larry David hired like 15 servers and chose like 7 in
That would be so great.
I believe he did that. So 6 or 7 receivers. What do you think?
I would go 6, but that's always to me the number that you should be at, because if you go 7, it always forces me to play fewer offensive linemen or tight ends, and I just don't like doing that. So I always like 6 at receiver because you pretty much know who your 3 are. Then you're going to have a 4th guy that can sort of do it all, and then your 5th, 6th guy, has to be able to help you on special teams. So to me, if you go 7, it just really thins you out too much either at tight end or offensive line if you're going to go 25-25-3. So to me, I like keeping 6.
All right, what do you got cooking?
We are going to have a fantastic Frangie show coming up. I had a chance to catch up with Ronald Darby after practice today, and obviously he's drawn a lot of praise. That was a move that I was sort of like, really, Ronald Darby? But he has had a good camp, and we're still a month away, but it would be pretty shocking, barring injury, if he doesn't start against the Dolphins. So had a good talk with him, so we'll play that. And, talk all sorts of Jaguars, Gators, Knowles. The Knowles are in town, so, so we'll talk
Before
some
you go,
FSU. Yeah.
Did you get a tear in your eye when you heard Billy?
Billy Donovan?
Billy Donovan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's, he's the guy. I mean, if you don't like Billy Donovan, then, I mean,
I'm telling you,
you don't like freedom.
It was a cross between Valvano and Pesci, okay? It was unreal.
Oh, it's
like freedom.
It
fantastic.
was just the best.
Yeah.
All right, Hayes.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
He's the man.
Like America.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, Frangie Show coming up next. Thanks to Corona, they are ready to kick off the weekend, but don't let that summer slip away too fast. Make sure you enjoy a cold Corona, Corona Light, Premier, Extra, whatever it might be. And we'll be setting you up with some great prize packs coming up with your Jaguar kickoff to the home season. So stick around for that. We will be at Firehouse Subs tomorrow, so we hope we see you down there in the San Marco area with Jags players, cheerleaders, Jackson DeVille, all of it. Firehouse Subs 2 to 4 tomorrow afternoon in San Marco. Hope you'll join us. XL Primetime, handing it off to the Frangie Show. JJ making a rare XLP appearance with Joe C. and Matt Hayes.